Spirit has chosen the Four Corners spread for your general monthly reading, which lays a nice, diverse groundwork where we will be looking into the four main areas of interest that people commonly ask about in tarot: the work corner, the financial money corner, the health corner, and the ever-popular love corner. We are going to take a stroll through all four to see what Spirit wants to discuss about your month. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome in, Capricorn. I am ready for your Four Corners spread for April 2024. We are going to get started in your love corner. Love corner, short and sweet. Literally, it is your easiest corner of April, okay? All good news here. Now, it may not feel all good for everybody, but that's because this is a general reading. You know, all of your Capricorn friends are joining us here. This bubble energy, we'll talk more about that later. But for what love is telling me here is we have action going on. Love action, but it does point to work. Now, I don't know if this means some of you are meeting interesting people at work, or some of you are dating somebody at work. Of course, there is that element. But I think Spirit wants me to key on the word work. Okay, so you guys are working on something here. Even if you're single, you're working on, if you're going to stay that way, maybe dating, figuring out like how to present yourself, your profile, that kind of stuff. So we have action going on there, and it's actually looking back. Action. So it's like action that you've done before. Something you've done previously, you're like, oh, well, you know, it's been a while since I've tried this, or that I've gone to this place to meet people, or something like that. Or, you know, it's been a while since, we went out and had a fun date night together, even if you're married, okay? So all these kind of things. So we have action going on in the month of April. Great time to be making those strides, whether you're single or not. And not just that, but we have good direction coming in here. Six of Swords. This is the card. It can mean travel, but probably for less of my audience, that means travel directly here. It's usually about just moving in a good direction, where the water is smooth. You're moving out of the rapids and the chaos and the crazy, and into more of the calm and the smooth and the serene. Okay, very nice April for Love Corner for my excellent Cappies. For some of you that don't feel like it's going in a good progression, in this deck they wanted me to use for you, I call it my bird deck, but in this case it's fish. They show piranhas under the boat. So this lets me know that there are some Cappies here that feel like, somebody's out to get them, or they feel vulnerable, or they feel like they're under attack and something like that, maybe from a family member or a friend, somebody who used to be a friend, a work colleague or something like that. And if that's the case here, they're just letting you know that it's beneath you. It's like you're above it. It's not something you should worry about. You are going in a good direction, good transition. So just have a little faith that you are. There we go. I told you it was short and sweet. Now let's get into, let's see where to go next. We have big themes for health and finance, and I can't end it both at the same time. So let's do health right now, and then we'll do work and finance together. Health coming in, guys, as I love the way it looks on the outlook here on the front. The front part of the month here, we have Strength card coming in, the Courageous card about, really going after something, having all the tools to do something too. Anything health related that you guys are trying to do to add health to your life, your month, your year. April is a really nice setup for it. It creates a nice opportunity at the very least. Let's put it that way. They do show some disclaimers here, though, I guess I should say, because they don't want you to necessarily be spending a lot of money on this. So this is not something you'd want to join, get a trainer that's going to cost you a lot of money, or join an expensive gym, or join like a supplement or smoothie diet that's going to cost a lot of out-of-pocket cost. That's the kind of deal that they're saying probably not get into that part. Okay, the field is very good for you to do things, but what you can afford. Don't live beyond your means. And this is going to tie into something that actually I'm going to be posting about on Facebook in May. It's something that I've picked up financially here, and since they're bringing it up here for you now, I'm going to kind of tease it now. There's a big message, not just for Capricorn, that I'm going to release to everybody about May, and it's something that affects not just you, but everybody. So it's a pretty big deal. That's something I'm picking up, coming down the line here very shortly. But back to your health, as long as you're not spending a lot of money on it, it's and you're also, they're pointing to addressing the things that you maybe like neglected. It makes me feel like, the guy who's all like buffing at the gym and, he's got huge muscles and a huge chest, but then his legs are like chicken legs, really scrawny. So he forgets leg day. So anything that you've been neglecting here in that same way, I know it's a silly example, but you get the point. Anything you've been neglecting with your health that you really need to get back on the wagon with, again, April. Now, here's another of one of those disclaimers. They talk about it's not about two people here. This is something you can actually do by yourself. Maybe some of you are codependent or would prefer to go do this exercise program with a partner, or go do this diet with a partner that's going to, you can help hold each other accountable and stuff like that. Spirit here is telling you, no, you don't need that. You can actually do this by yourself and you'll be just fine. So something to consider. They also bring in gifts from God. That's my Oracle Angel card. It says, we angels are bringing you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive the gifts. So you got to open your arms to, receive them. Basically, be open to the gifts that are coming. Health looks so good. Love also good little outlooks there for April. All right, so let's get into that bigger financial corner. First, I'm going to actually do work. I'm going to do work first. Work talks about a pretty large correspondence coming in late. This is very specific because it is money related and it is late in April. This is more full moon energy. I'm looking to see if they gave me any more indicators of moons. They did not. So full moon's a pretty big draw here for Capricorn, actually. And it's interesting because the big one is the new moon. We actually have the eclipse coming through a lot of the United States. That is attached to the new moon. And also the new moon is the last super new moon of 2024. So that is like the biggest time to bring new things into your life, doesn't matter what it is. It could be something new with love, something new with health, something new financial, something new with work, new job, new business, all that stuff, much better placed under the new moon. We'll talk about that at the end of your reading when we get there. I'm just telling you what to pay attention to. But here, this is full moon energy up in work. So there's something here that's coming in that is maybe something you want to get rid of here in the workplace, in the work corner, which is a big umbrella in a lot of people's lives because it's work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement if you're of that age, entrepreneurship, the JOB for most people, also learning new things, hobbies and interests. All of those things are something important coming in late in April that maybe you need to, nix and get rid of. They do show that this is going to really bring you a lot of completion. I have my world card of complete, things getting checked off the list, so it makes me feel like something you've been meaning to do for a while, and it's a good opportunity to go ahead and check that box. We also show selling something in the work corner. That's interesting. Maybe consider getting into sales or some facet there I'm not really necessarily sure about, but it is a card about selling something. Like, it's spending something, but it's like, having an influx first. It's having, and it's in the work corner. It's a kind of a weird spot. You'd expect it to come up into the financial corner. So there's something, I think they're just, what they're trying to say here is spirit language, is they're just trying to say there's something you need to sell off, even if it's not actually monetary. Okay, something you need to get rid of. Maybe it's a responsibility at work. Maybe it's maybe you're a supervisor and there's just a worker of yours who's just not pulling their weight. Hey, we need to get rid of this person. Okay, we need to get this boat, up and running a little bit smoother, smooth sailing type of deal. That's what they show up there for work. When we get down into your financial corner, it is a big deal. It is a big theme. They showed my Judgment card as the major arcana card that pulls. It shows major decisions being made in April, financially, big deals, okay? A lot of you, they're showing me, have already made major decisions, and if that's the case, very good, especially those who you are, action looking back. Again, they should talk about the action looking back. Same thing they talked about in the love corner, so it may be family related too. It may affect more than just you, what they're referring to here. I have my Knight here of Swords in this case, so it is much of the mental action here. Not necessarily pulling the trigger and making this change real financially, whatever they talk about you doing here, but they really want you, or they're calling you at least to make the decision. Decide up here. And then after that, you decide up here. Then you can look at the calendar and decide, okay, I'm going to do this actually here. Okay, so it's the step that comes before. That's really what they want you to work on. They bring in leadership too. So it says in the card, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So really, you're being called to step up. Take care of your finances, take care of others, that kind of deal. Very nice. And we also have a nice omen here with the Wheel card, which is another major arcana of good luck. It's just good fortuitous things happen to you. It's not because of anything you did or didn't do. It's not, right or wrong. It's just good luck. It's just good things falling together in weird ways for you. It's just like when, you go to the supermarket and you plan on, spending buying $20 worth of stuff. Let's say it's a short little grocery trip, and then you get to check out and it's like you got some kind of $5 instant coupon. It only cost you $15. It's like, well, that was some luck. I expected to pay $20 for this. I'm getting away with $15. That's a pretty sweet deal there. So that's the kind of things that can happen here financially for you in the month of April. Very nice little good luck kick there. Let's get into your Rune Stone, guys. I also do need to remind you too that this bubble information that we're sharing, guys, before I do your Rune Stone, couple major things going on. First of all, if you're looking for messages that are personal, private, specific only to you, I offer a wide variety of those services on my website, scottsagent.com. Personal readings beat the junk out of general readings any day because we are reading for all of your Capricorn friends here. It's not just you, it's that bubble energy. And my personal private readings avoid all that. It's just getting right into you, very specific as a result of that. I have small all the way up to full service on my website, scottsagent.com. Now your Rune Stone, interestingly enough, is the rune of constraint. And constraint is going to be something that we talk about in your homily. And that is why I'm kind of segueing this in this way, because your homily is not going to be attached to this reading like it normally is. It normally plays after the moon cycles. Homily is going to be a standalone video this month. It's going to post right around the time of the urgent readings, and I actually do not have an urgent reading for Capricorn this month. That's good. That just means Spirit's telling you these 4 corner things and getting you on your way. You guys just a little bit of information here, a little bit there, and you're good to go. So, your homily, April 6th or 7th, Constraint Rune Stone is talking about, holding back a little bit. Being very cautious about timing. That's what constraint is. It's like, okay, well, you could spend this money and buy the new car, but have you really shopped it through? Have you checked out other dealerships? Have you checked out other cars? Have you test driven? When do the best deals come about? Is this a really good time? So showing constraint is the ability to say, hold on, maybe I need to wait a little bit longer here. Maybe I don't need to, impulse buy or impulse decide right here in April. So that's constraint there for you guys. Keep that in mind as you go through your April. Now let's get into those moon cycles, which is the big eclipse, the big super new moon, and of course the full moon, which they pointed at for your work corner, which is a big deal for a lot of Capricorns. Okay guys, it is moon cycles forecast time. Let's talk about these lunar energies that are all around us anyways, so we can use it to our benefit, implement some positive change into your month. Well, the first thing you need to understand is whether these energies are coming in or going out. Just like the tides, the moon has control of that. In the same way, you can use it too. The first thing that hits chronologically this month is the new moon. You're going to see all the text information on your screen, any rare occurrences, as well as the date. Now, this is a target date for the new moon. It doesn't have to be done on this date, guys. I really like to bracket a few days before and a few days after to get a very powerful week where you can bring new things into your life and really manifest. If it is NEW, it's not there before, brand new, this is the best time to bring it into your life. Something new financially, maybe something new with work, new love, new health. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's new, this is the best time of the month to work on these things, really help bring it in. Adversely, the full moon, the opposite energy, the energy going out, hits on this date on your screen. And of course, the same rules apply. It doesn't have to be done on this date. We're talking about a week window, a few days on each side of it here. When this energy is very strong going out, and the energy going out is the best time to get things out of your life that don't belong there or that you don't want there. Something that's got control of you or hold of you that you don't want. Maybe something like a bad habit, maybe emotional baggage, a bill that's got to go. That would be something financially, maybe something with health, maybe an eating habit that's got to go. It doesn't matter if it's got to go. The full moon is your best bet to get this change to stick. If any of this has confused you, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. I do it every single month. It is free. It is on the website, guys. You can check it out very easily. It is a little graphic illustration, a tool that you can use so you can kind of see these changes moving in and moving out, so you can align things in your month to it to really get them to stick, implement some great positive changes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future readings. Remember that your homily will be posted in a standalone video on April 6th or 7th. I'll see you guys then. Have an excellent April. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.